Is that a burnt orange 1993 station wagon? Or is it... Ah! Who are these unstoppable warriors?
We're the Mitchells, the only people who can save the world.
Oh boy, you guys that are here regularly will know that I shit viciously and with no regret directly on the face of Netflix when it comes to their original films. They're garbage. I mean, on average. However, when it comes to their animated movies, they are on a golden run that started with Klaus, went through the Willoughbys and Over the Moon, and has arrived... What the fuck is Arlo the alligator boy? Okay, we'll get to that maybe next week. I don't know, but it's also led to The Mitchells vs. the Machines, the follow-up in some ways to Into the Spider-Verse, because of Phil Lord and Christopher Miller's involvement. After doing the Lego Movie and that infamously good Spidey film, they've brought their unique style to this. And the most baffling thing to me is that that style is unique. The complete surrealism that you can have with animated films is lost on Disney and most of the major companies recently. Don't get me wrong, the way that they can make animation so good that they can call The Lion King live action is something crazy. But the hyper-realism of the worlds built in recent features like Raya and the Last Dragon, it steals something of the ludicrous nature of animation away, and films like Spider-Verse, and to a further extent this crazed coke overdose of a film, play with the absolute opposite end of what those films do, and they just don't give a fuck. I'm not saying either way is better or makes worse films. There's a difference between profoundly great films and the ones you love because they're genius while being just absolutely mental. The Mitchells vs. the Machines is a film about Kitty and her family who are all basket cases, and yet seem strangely real as a family, and their story takes place just as Kitty is about to go off to film school, but there's a sudden and rather terrifying robo-apocalypse, whoopsie, that leads to them, the final humans, left uncaptured by the machines somehow. How does that work? I mean, they hid in a big container to escape them, but they're really not people just hiding in bunkers by this point. It doesn't matter. Anyway, they're the ones who have to try and save the world, but they have to just upload a kill code to do it, and all the people captured by the machines are given free Wi-Fi. Why didn't they just get captured and do it there? Irrelevant! Here is my 1 minute review for The Mitchells vs. the Machines. So besides all of the totally crazed live action bits, 2D animated moments, and just Mad Max comparisons, this totally lunatical? None of that is a word. It's got all of this insane shit, but it's mixed with this very real family story that in many ways you'd say works better than a lot of family stories that we've seen in animated movies you would expect to be better than this. And that is where you start to realize that this isn't just insane and going for the most surrealist form of animation it can. It's also just really good. It's hilarious. It maybe doesn't quite work as well as Into the Spider-Verse for me, but I'm a comic book boy, so it shouldn't. But this film is ingenious. It manages to speak on so many levels, so intelligently in a way that you just don't expect it to, because it just looks madcap. And it is madcap on the surface, but it does so much more than that. So I'm giving Cokepocalypse 83 out of 100. I don't know how Netflix can be on such a good animated run while sucking so badly with their average live action film, but wow. I'm willing to give Arlo the alligator boy a shot after seeing this one. It better not mess this run up or I'm going to trash them. That is all for this one, guys. Do let me know what else you want to see. Get a 1 minute review on the channel. There's actually quite a lot of stuff coming out this last week or two. I'm actually kind of behind on newly released films for the first time in a while. It's kind of stunning. So there's a lot to go, but I mean, just you got to subscribe if you want to see them all. You got to. There's a lot of good stuff. Go ahead.